Hello everyone, Jules here. Today I'd like to talk about 3 books that are about the Grail mystery. And I have 3 books here that are all a bit different because they all approach the Grail mystery from a different perspective. So the first book I have is called The Grail Legend by Jung and Marie-Louise von Franz. So here is the book. It's quite thick. This is a great book about the Grail legend from a Jungian perspective. The author Emma Jung was the wife of Carl Jung, the famous Jungian psychologist. And Emma Jung actually took 30 years to research and write this book, but she died just before she completed her writings. So Marie-Louise von Franz, who was also a Jungian psychologist, finished the last of the book, the remaining work on the book. This is a very interesting book. It's about the Grail legend, but it's completely from a Jungian psychological perspective. There are 3 chapters about Merlin as well, and Merlin in this book is related to the god Mercury or Mercurius. So I really like that because I do associate Merlin with a Mercury ruled figure. For example, I equate the figure of Merlin with the Hermit card in the tarot. So this is a really very interesting book. It talks about the Grail legend from the literary and legend perspective, but it also includes the Jungian approach and the Jungian view of the Grail legend and what it actually means from a Jungian psychological perspective. So this is a great book. It's still in print. It has a different cover now. And it's worth getting for anyone who is interested in the Grail legend, but particularly would like a book that has the approach of the Jungian perspective on the Grail legend and what this can mean for psychological insight. So it is a really good book for a Jungian approach to the Grail legend. So The Grail Legend by Emma Jung and Marie-Louise von Franz. The next book is quite a different approach. This is The Serpent Grail, and the subtitle is The Truth Behind the Holy Grail, the Philosopher's Stone, and the Elixir of Life by Philip Gardiner and Gary Osborn. I'm not sure if this book is still in print, but you can get this on Amazon. I have a hardcover version. I'm not sure if this book is available in a paperback version or not, but I'm pretty sure you can still get this book even in a hardcover version on Amazon. This is a very interesting book because it is talking about the Grail legend in association with alchemy in particular and with serpent wisdom. That is why it's called the Serpent Grail. There are beautiful coloured photographs in the middle of the book as well. And it's a very interesting book because I think for anyone who is interested in Hermeticism and alchemy and how that can relate to the Grail legend, it's very interesting from that perspective. And I think it would also provide information for people who also want to know more about Hermeticism and alchemy as well. It gives a good background and a good history of Hermeticism and alchemy as well. So it's quite a unique book. I think it's the only book about the Grail that actually looks at this particularly from the serpent wisdom and the alchemy perspective. And it just has so much information in here. It also talks about the ancient myths about serpent wisdom, and it also talks about the Philosopher's Stone, which is all about Hermeticism and alchemy. And it's a very interesting book. I'll just show you some of the coloured pictures, or a couple of the coloured pictures that are in the middle of the book that have got alchemical drawings. There is this one, which shows the divine hermaphrodite from alchemy, from the solar king and the lunar queen. And there is another one here. Let's see if the camera can pick this one up as well. There's another one here as well. So it's a very interesting book. As I was saying, I think it's quite unique in the approach. It talks about the Serpent Grail in particular, about the last third of the book. But it's just full of very interesting mythology and just a range of different perspectives, and it actually includes serpent wisdom and mythologies from other cultures as well as Western culture. So that also is quite a unique worldview as well, because usually Grail books are mainly from a European perspective. So this is also worth getting if you would like this serpent wisdom and alchemy Philosopher's Stone approach to the Grail. So the Serpent Grail by Philip Gardiner and Gary Osborn, and you should be able to get this on Amazon. The third book I've got is a great all-round book on the Grail. It's a wonderful book, beautifully illustrated as well. This is a hardcover version. It's another book that I'm not sure was available in paperback, but it's the same situation with the Serpent Grail book. This is on Amazon, so you can get this on Amazon anyway. I don't think this is in print anymore. The same thing with the Serpent Grail, but you can get those two books on Amazon. This is the Holy Grail by Malcolm Godwin, and he researched this book very well. The subtitle is Its Origins, Secrets and Meaning Revealed. So it's a really beautiful book. There's lots of illustrations and information in here. It takes a very wide perspective in the way that It covers the Grail legend from a historical and literary perspective, but it also goes all the way through to, it includes a perspective on the Madonna, for example, and it also has references to tarot in here as well. So it's really another worthwhile book to get. I think particularly for people who would like to read about the connection to tarot as well. That's in the last third of the book. There are 2 parts of the book that mention tarot in particular. And it's just so beautifully done. I was going to show you some of the pages here on tarot. I'll just see if I can find it for a moment. It particularly goes through all of the legends, you know, the Red Knight, Lancelot. It mentions alchemy as well. It's all about the Grail quest. And Parsifal as the fool, like in the tarot. I'm just finding the reference to tarot in here, but I know it's in here. Like look at these beautiful illustrations. It's just a great book. And I really like the way that the female, you know, the Black Madonna, here's the Madonna in here, and Magdalene. Okay, here is one of the sections on tarot. It's talking about the Fool's Journey and the Return Journey in here. And the author refers to this as the Rings of Eternal Return. So that's very interesting. And there's also another reference to tarot in here with the Major Arcana as well. There's another section in here. So I hope I can find that. I normally find these sections in advance, but I didn't do that this time. But I will try to very quickly find it for you. There's information here on the Gnostic female. It's really worth getting this book. The Guardians of the Grail, there's information on this as well, which is all about the Knights Templar. Here it is. Here's the other section in here about, it's showing the Visconti tarot here, but here are the there. Major Arcana cards from the Visconti Tarot. And that chapter is titled The Grand Scheme. It actually also talks about 3 different branches of interpretation of the Grail, in the form of the Christian branch, the alchemical branch, and the Celtic branch. So it's a very thorough book about the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail by Malcolm Godwin. And this is still available on Amazon. So there are 3 great books about the Grail mystery, and they are worth getting. Any of these books are worth getting. They are worth getting in each of their approaches, whichever book you may consider getting. I think all 3 are worth getting, but if you are not particularly interested in the Jungian perspective, then you would not get the first book, for example. But all 3 books are very well written and very interesting. So I'll put the details below the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.